diamonds filled with stitching, just what this next round needs.
Hey guys, welcome back to Frances Quilts. Today we're going to do another round on our pink mandala. Remember, this one we're using straight lines with. Let's go see what we can add to it this time. Okay, this is where we are so far. And what I'm thinking about in this next round is to add a row of elongated diamonds coming from here, starting from one of these points up to the next one, back down. I'll probably do this in 2 steps, around to here, and then back up to here, and back like that. Up and back. So each area of the diamond is taking up 2 different blocks. Then once I've done that, I'll come back around the other way, and I'll come back this way and up like this, and over, back, over, back, over, and back. Once I have those diamonds drawn, and you can tell they're a little funky looking here, I've got to figure out what I'm going to put into them. And I'm thinking about doing something that is just a U-turn sort of thing like this. I may turn it into a ribbon candy, something like that. I may turn it into a wishbone, something along those lines. I'm not sure. Or it may just be a straight back and forth. That's one of those things that I'm just going to get there and see what I like. And who knows, I may do all 3 of them, just alternate them. So first step is going to be to draw these straight lines one way, and then draw the tops of them, and then come back in and fill it in with some yet unknown design. Let's head to the machine. All right, let's remember as we're going here, we're going to start from here, and we're going to do a straightish line down to here, and then a straightish line back up to here. We're going to go all the way around making those lines. Then we'll come in and start back here and make a straight-ish line to here, and back and forth all the way until we have diamonds going all the way around it. Touch that one, come back to the middle. Okay, let's do it again. Touch and back to the middle. Harder than you would expect. Alright, I'm back where I started. Those are not the straightest lines I've ever seen, but I think they're going to work okay. So now as I come around a second time, I'm going to be going just the opposite. I'm going to be coming up to this point, and then try always to meet that point right there if I can. I think that's going to be the tricky point to hit, but I think that's going to be the most important one. my diamonds are in there. They're a little wonky, but I think that's okay. Now, I will tell you, I did go off camera and do a little sample just to see what I like best. This is ribbon candy. These are just straight lines, and this is Wishbone. And in all honesty, I kind of like the Wishbone best. So I think I'm going to go with that sort of a design. I may start and decide I don't like it because honestly, these diamonds are a little bit fatter than mine will be. So it may not work, but we'll try a couple of them and see. So let's see if we can figure out how to do a ribbon candy here. Remember, it's going to come up and down like this. We're just going to go back and forth like this. So let's see what we can do with getting started with it. Sometimes that's the hardest thing. It's going to come up and back down. Those are little teeny ones. They're going to get bigger. And I'm going to have to keep some speed here, I know, or I'm going to get really bogged down in these little bitty stitches. All right, I actually think that looks okay. Obviously, I got a little bit off right there, but I don't think we're gonna notice that. Let's just keep doing those. I think that's gonna look good. I just always have to stop and think before I start doing ribbon candy or I'll end up doing them wrong. All right, let's do these last two together. And again, I'll tell you the things that I've learned. First of all, these little teeny tiny ones that I start out with, I really have to put a lot of stitches in there because if I don't, the bobbin thread pulls up to the top and they don't look as nice. They still are fine. I'm not too worried about them, but I do need to just make sure I put plenty of stitches in there when I first start. I have not worried about how many wishbones I have in one particular one. I've just sewn them. I did try as I went along to make sure that I was pretty much keeping everything parallel to that middle line right there so that they didn't start skewing to one side or the other. So let's finish this last one. What do you think? Is that finished, or do I need to add some other things to it? I could obviously come in here and put another line from here up to here and add that to it. I'm not sure that I want to do that right now, so I think I'm going to finish this outside border next week, and then we'll make some decisions from there as to whether I want to come back in and add anything else to it. But I think that's looking good. So there you go, another fairly easy design to quilt, but it has added so much to how this mandala is looking. I'm very, very excited about that. I really am having fun playing with these straight-ish lines. But if you are interested in using a ruler to make your lines really straight, I would encourage you to check out my course, Keeping It Straight, 8 Ways to Use a Straight Edge Ruler. It's a great way to get started with ruler quilting, and boy, can you get straight lines with it. So I'll leave a video link here and more information in the show notes. Be sure and check it out. Come back next week and we'll finish off this gorgeous pink mandala. Thanks for joining me today, and as always, I look forward to seeing you next time on Frances Quilts.
Remember, if you like what you've seen, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please check out my website and daily blog at francesquilts.com, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Frances Quilts. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.